growing up, I always thought the best way to help people was to become a doctor. When somebody comes to you and they're sick or they're struggling or suffering and you've got the tools to make a difference, there's no better feeling than being able to help. I'm Stephen Parks. I'm a board-certified emergency medicine physician. I've been doing this for a decade and a half. I think I've seen over 100,000 patients at this point. And it has become so clear to me that usually people don't need more tests, more Band-Aids. What we need are real solutions that get to the core of what it really means to be healthy. Well, I was a couple years out from finishing my medical training, and at one point I was doing 28 overnight shifts per month and 3 little kids at home. We're trying to build a new practice at the hospital. Me as a doctor, taking care of my health was the last thing on my mind. So one day working in the ER, I remember I was dictating this chart, and all of a sudden I couldn't speak. And this went on for a half hour. I had a horrible headache. I legitimately thought I was having a stroke. Thankfully, I was okay. But this was the beginning of this just epic burnout for me. It lasted years. But through every pain, there's just tremendous opportunity. And for me, that's when I discovered the power of natural wellness. It's what it means to give the body the nutrients and the support that it's craving. So I started sharing these common sense solutions with my patients because they were working for me, and they're blown away. The differences we could make sometimes in an hour in the ER or with my friends. I was first introduced to doTERRA almost by accident. I was so resistant at that point to trying new things, and someone gifted me this tiny vial of lavender oil. Okay, yeah, that's thank you. The thing sat on my nightstand for probably a month, and one night I come home, I'm exhausted, and I'm trying to rest, trying to sleep, and your body's like got this tension, and I couldn't relax. So I tried this. I'm like, okay, what do I got to lose? And I couldn't believe it. I got the best night's sleep in probably months. And I'm like, maybe there's something to this. So, that started my journey. I started looking into what this actually was, the chemistry, the science behind it, and I was blown away. There's so much science. There's so much proof that these tools work. Fast forward a few years later now, and I've shared these products with friends, with family, with total strangers, and the results are so consistent. I go to these as often, if not more often, than I do my traditional training. It's phenomenal. And I continue to be blown away by the stories. I shouldn't be, at this point, but it feels so good to help when people need something and you can give them something, not asking for anything back. It's a beautiful thing. And that's why I created Essential Vitality. So I don't have to go to the hospital to be able to help. I can interact and connect with people right here and give them the tools that helped me so much so that they can find a new solution. If things were working, we wouldn't need these. But it's obvious things are not working. Think about how much we spend as a country on healthcare, on insurance premiums, on drugs, co-pays, specialist visits. It's astronomical. And to spend a few dollars on something that has a great chance of working, oh my gosh. For years I knew that there was this better way out there, and I knew it was out there. And now I know what it is. And it takes so little to just start deciding to live clean and to use these gifts from nature. It is such an easy thing to step into, especially if you have the right guide. So me, I'm one person. In the ER, I can only treat one person at a time. But here on Essential Vitality, for those who are just willing to spend a little time learning, for those who maybe heard about natural health and essential oils, but maybe just haven't found the right guide, well, I'm here for you. I was born to help. I was born to share these strategies. That's what I do. Welcome to Essential Vitality.